Alright, let's get started. We're back. More Outer Worlds 2 today. Last time a lot happened. We finally caught up with Augustine de Vries and weren't able to negotiate a peaceful solution with her. So she's dead. But we got leads on the next couple of things to do. And we sort of have a choice now of two different directions to go, two different planets. So let's hop on in and take a look.
Look, I'm accessorizing. I learned it from watching you loot everything that wasn't welded in place.
I learned it from watching you loot everything that wasn't welded in place. Yeah, very accurate. Alright, so here we are. We got our last companion, Tristan, who's giving Daddy with a giant hammer, and we love that for us. And then we did some side quests related to him and to Aza and various things like that. And now we have a couple of places to go. If we look at our journal quests, we have two main quests and then a bunch of side quests. And most of these are taking place on the next planets that we're going to. The only one that is not is this one, which is back on Dorado, Golden Ridge. I don't know where I'm going to find these. This is like a fetch quest, so... Anyway, let's go in here. So we have two new planets, Praetor and Cloister. And we have quests to do on both, main quest and side quest to do on both. We're going to head to Praetor first. And see what this planet's all about. Okay. So, let's see here. So Tristan has a quest here. This quest is on the other planet. So I think we're gonna take Tristan on this journey.
Let us make our way to Central.
A short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly.
Do you provide any more details than that?
Zeb left out the mission parameters. Probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go, if there's time.
Of course, we'll make it a priority.
Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
Okay. Reunite with Zebulon. So we've got two people that want to be on this mission. So that's perfect. Now we know who we're going to take. It is a little strange that you can only take two people. I mean, I understand why it would get really crowded if you could take, like, 4 people. But it is a little strange.
Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
Okay, so this planet is Protectorate. Maybe Protectorate and Order. So it seems like there's probably not a big Auntie's Choice presence here. There's kind of three main factions, you know, around, and so each planet sort of has one or two primary factions involved on it. The little building here, workstation. Let me quickly... move a little bit of stuff to junk here that we don't need. We definitely don't need all these duplicates of everything. Okay. Elevator, elevator. Auto dock. Right. Oh, going up. Okay, what's going on here? A terminal? Important announcements. To all subjects of the Protectorate, welcome to Praetor. To all newly assigned subjects, the Consul welcomes you to the world of Praetor, where the magnificence of the universe exists in harmony with Protectorate science and industry. When you ponder the perfection of the plan, remember Praetor and the wonders you will experience here. Consider the permanent darkness of this world held in perfect equilibrium with the lightning shoals streaking above your heads. Praetor is a world of balance which the Protectorate only enhances by its presence. And of course, above all else, Praetor is the final resting place of our beloved matriarch. Addendum. Also, please keep to the designated paths as the native Gorvid and Varachnid life forms are exceptionally dangerous, and to wander into their territories to potentially cut your service to the Protectorate short. Raptidon warning. As if to demonstrate their ignorance of the plan, the bits-obsessed Auntie's Choice forces have chosen to spearhead their invasion with a foreign species known as Raptidons. It is not yet known the effect this invasive xenofauna will have on the long-term balance of Praetor, but all subjects tasked with ecological management are advised that Raptidons are not part of the plan and thus have no say as to whether a Protectorate subject should be reclassified as food. Combat units are advised to give Raptidons the same priority for erasure as any other Auntie's Choice invasion assets. Praise the matriarch. Okay. I see. Well, let's go down there. Alright, let's go map. So there's this one here. So it looks like we have... This is probably Auntie's Choice over here. So maybe Auntie's Choice is here. Zebulon's there. Got it. This doesn't look to be a huge world, which is kind of what I was expecting. So, that looks like where we gotta head for this Auntie's Choice quest. Raptidon Spitter, huh?
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Okay. We're not going to go over there, but I kind of want to just look around a little bit more. There's a little drop pod over here. These look like the ones we found on a couple other planets. Size and scarring of the Raptidon suggests an advanced age and a lifetime of combat. It also appears to have taken this last Protectorate trooper with it. Your keen eyesight allows you to easily spot a revolver gripped by the hand lodged in its throat. Medical or nimble? Don't have quite enough medical. There's a weapon there. Yeah, this does look like a little bit smaller of a world.
One hell of a wall. Going over or under's out of the question. But what about around?
Thankfully, we've options. I recall a secret passage in the tomb of the matriarch that will see us around the blockade.
Raptidon juvenile appears weak and malnourished. It's likely been here for quite some time. After a meaty roll-up. Raptidon appears revitalized and ready to go. Looks up at you expectantly. Take the Raptidon as a pet.
Looks like we've got ourselves a little tag-along.
Yay, new pets. Is this toxic? No. Yeah, I was worried that was toxic.
Before my eyes, Commander! Revive me! Our commander hangs from a thread!
We're fine. We're fine. We're not hanging by a thread. Alright, so let's see, there's this thing here.
This facility prevents Praetor's lightning from laying waste to all around it. At least the Order should keep it intolerable.
Grounding station, huh? Oh, trespassing. Okay, this whole place is trespassing. see if there's a way in the front, maybe. A way to chit-chat our way in.
There. Approach the... Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure.
The landing pad is literally right there. Getting here was very, very easy.
Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you, which means you might be just the help Exemplar Simon's been waiting for.
Lovely. How deliberately vague. Are you at least going to tell me what this place
The
is?
grounding station was built to help manage and offset the lightning that illuminates the sky and scorches the ground without pause or penance. They also used the station for a number of experiments that they ultimately lacked the capacity to complete. But, suffice it to say, we far exceeded those limitations. Nevertheless, the Exemplar is in need of help to complete his research, and our small squad lacks the manpower to provide it. But you might be the universal variable we've been waiting for.
I'll consider it. What should I do if I decide to help?
He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there.
Good advice.
And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you. Should you ever need to exit the station, just approach the gate, and I can open it for you.
Okay. Requisitionist Fitzgibbons.
Greetings, unaffiliated individual?
Correct.
Could you be a freelancer? A gun for hire? Might you be interested in a job involving the removal of dangerous creatures?
Could be. Depends on the job.
Very well. There's a cave directly southeast of our position, positively infested with raptidons. If you exterminate the lot of them, I'll upgrade your basic entry permissions to allow for purchase of our surplus of supplies.
Sure.
Oh, this is so
Why not?
exciting. I can feel the rate of my blood flow increasing.
Eliminate the raptidons. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to steal too much stuff because we don't know. Yeah, who all's watching. Vendor. Recipe for Zeranium grenades. Buy that. Recipe for mini rockets. We'll buy that too. Anytime we can get a recipe for crafting ammo or explosives, we should get that. I see. I don't see anyone here. Examine. Grounding station supply cache field report. I have taken a position as guard for this grounding station supply cache. The allocated supplies have been oriented according to protocols. This posting can now be considered manned and enabled. Any anti-choice units attempting this approach vector will be unpleasantly reminded that this is order. It is the order that sees all eventualities. Hi, Plumberry. Getting your exercise done? Alright. Hope you're having a good day. Enjoy the exercise. Addendum. It is now weeks, and the solitude has become disquieting. Has my existence become meaningless? At first I thought the constant crashing of thunder and the roaring of nearby raptidons would drive me mad, but now I'm beginning to find wisdom in the sonic perturbations. Perhaps tomorrow I will descend towards the raptidons and ask their counsel on my place in the equation. I don't know that the Raptidons are gonna give you a good answer as to your place in the cosmic equation, but unless your place in the cosmic equation is as food. I love the little Raptidons, but they are definitely aggressive carnivores most of the time. Grounding station tower. There's someone there. So I do want to be a little careful. I won't steal from directly in front of them. I also don't need food. Ammo, yes. Food, not really. Break down all junk.
I'm at my wit's end with that damn protectorate safe.
Lock.
If you can open it, whatever's inside is yours. I wash my hands of it.
Lockpick 11, huh? King mid. Grounding station terminal passcode. Welcome Exemplar Simon. Exemplar Simon.
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. I am Exemplar Simon, head of research at this station. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager, yet profound portion of the universal equation. How may I be of service?
What exactly is this
Originally,
place?
the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. And to be sure, that is the only reason Auntie or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Axons shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. If they aren't realigned, the failures will catastrophically cascade.
And you need me to... If you're looking for me to realign them, I hope it comes with a nice impressive reward.
Prior to being driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with each tower you align, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorized, and I would happily share them with you.
Yeah, I can come back after aligning the tower and pick up lightning grenades.
Indeed. When aligned, each tower fills a capacitor I've modified, which provides me with enough electrical accumulation to fabricate a handful of these explosives. Unfortunately, the capacitors are only able to hold the charge for mere moments before failing catastrophically. Thus, I'm limited in production by the 5 capacitors that remain. So, for each tower you align, I am able to fabricate a handful of these electron explosives, the sum of which I shall share with you.
You had me at electron explosives, I'm in.
That is fantastic news. I'll begin fabrication as soon as you've aligned each tower. And so, I shall have the explosives ready for you upon your return.
Recalibrate the lightning rod towers. Okay. Easy enough. In theory. We need lockpicking 11 to get into that safe, which is pretty high. Yeah, we're only at lockpick 5. I do want to raise my lockpick over time, but it's going to take a while to get there. That looks like the Raptidon cave we were told about.
You must keep your blood within, Commander! Prosecuting!
You must keep your blood within, Commander. Generally wise. Curious if this is the Raptidon cave that they wanted me to clear. Probably, right?
Unleash my might upon them!
Oh, hi.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. Hey, distraction for you. Come in.
Eliminate the Raptidons. Okay. See what else is going on here. Salamandretta. Some sort of a salamander-like animal. Okay. See what's up top here. Oh, hi.
I shall not stay your execution. None shall stand against us. Rusted here, Commander. Mediating. Lethally.
Okay. Mantis wasps. All there is over here? Looks like it. Okay. Looks like it. Scrap metal. Alright, let's go around here. See what this place is all about. Alright, this
You're
is
about to enter
Auntie's
territory
choice.
controlled by Auntie's choice.
Auntie's border
Act
camp.
accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a Raptidon.
Okay.
You there. You
Head
came
Garvid
outside the
Research
camp, didn't you?
Tedford.
Interested in work, or was the allure of helping
Hi,
to advance
Apollo. Thank you for
science
the
and being
streak.
paid for it too much to resist? I'll get right to it then. I need someone to bring me a Gorvid egg.
How are you doing today? Lurk away. Playing some Deebs with friends? Nice. Enjoy Chatty World. It is very chatty. I would love to play some Deebs, but right now I can't. It's too buggy. I like bits. Count me in.
Stars. I'm glad to have found someone who knows not to waste time jawing when scientific advancement is at stake. Some people just don't know the importance of biological research. I sent my assistant off to the north with a tracking device, hoping he'd lay hands on a Gorvid egg. I desperately need that egg for my research. Could you bring me one?
We'll try.
And bring back my assistant, too, if you find him with all his pieces still stuck together. He ain't much good for assisting in research if he's all torn up. Sound reasonable?
What can you tell me about the
Which
creatures
of
you
my
work with?
assorted critters would you like to know about?
Raptidons.
We've got quite a pile of them here on Praetor. Excellent hunters, trackers, and shock troops. Extremely loyal, now that we have them on an all-meaty roll-ups diet.
Fair. Mantis
We
wasps?
tried them, and they were devastating for all of 12 hours. Then we found out the hard way that they're attracted to lightning, which I claim credit for discovering. Once all the queens got zapped, that was about it. There's no more real hives now, just a few wasps left in the mountains.
Gorvids.
Gorvids are absolutely fascinating. A sort of simian-avian hybrid, extremely deadly, absolutely incredible physiology.
Simian-avian, oh
I
god.
can't wait to have an egg. The thought of being the first person to catalog the process makes me positively giddy with excitement. The profits from my next few papers are going to be incredible.
Research out looking for papers that can kill people is a little suspect.
Guilty as charged. My job is studying which critters we can use to fight the Protectorate here on Praetor. Right now it's mostly Raptidons, which I'd be more than happy to talk on at length if you've an interest.
That's all right.
Sure thing.
What can you tell me about your
I sent
assistant?
him off with a tracking device to find a Gorvid egg. He might be out of his depth. Can you find him and bring him and the egg, or at least the egg, back for me?
What do you think could be keeping your assistant?
Almost definitely a lethal encounter with a Gorvid, ending in brutal dismemberment.
Yep.
That's what happened to my other 5 assistants.
Joy. You sent all 6 of your assistants off to die? How could you do that?
I know. You're absolutely right. I should have held one back to do all the grunt work. Now I have to take apart my own research station. What was I thinking?
Where roughly did you send your assistant off to?
We found signs of Gorvid activity. I sent him off in hopes he could put a tracker on a Gorvid. Then we could follow it back to its nest. Should be just north from here. Something else then?
Question about the job.
Ask away. A little free information is a small price to pay.
There must be some live ones you can trap. Why an egg?
Excellent question. There is some special process inside the egg that happens just before hatching. I need to watch this in a lab, then swoop in at the last second and dissect it.
More information on
Do
Gorvids.
they have chickens where you're from?
Yes.
Gorvids and chickens are very alike, except Gorvids are big, strong as an automech, absolutely deadly, and will happily murder you given a chance. Likely still tasty, though. Something else, then?
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Raptidon cages. Auto dock. God, there's something there.
You know, I reckon half the corpses in here.
Concerned that your death will hurt Auntie's bottom line? Fear not. Every Auntie's Choice employee will help the company even after they've shuffled off their more recoil in numerous ways, including but not limited to being turned into Raptidon food, having their corpse vigorously experimented on, and or being used as targets for training Raptidons to attack from command. If for some reason you wish not to participate in this program, a sizable fee will be required.
Here end up as a Raptidon, Chow.
Yes, and?
I spent some time as a Raptidon training assistant. If I get my final severance pay in this war, or one of the Raptidons, I miss little Chompy. I hope he's getting enough to eat.
Okay, so that's where I've got to do the... Got it. So the Assistant is up there. This is where the Auntie's quest is, so let's go do this. We have to mediate a worker relations dispute. Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center. I'm not sure there's not any people here. Laborer clothing. Time for unlocked bathroom doors, huh? Fizzos. I wonder if Rizzo's is also dead.
Others get the exact same thing.
Hi, Shattered. How are you?
Signs hardly seem capable of cracking through skulls.
Hi, Husked. How's the rest of your stream? Did you get through the boat? It goes. These guys are striking, so we gotta negotiate a factory dispute here. How are you? I'm still a little bit sick, but we're doing. Oh, secret entrance? Okay. Yeah, how was the rest of your stream? Did you get through the boat? You did the flashback on the boat? Got it. Wait, Spacer's Choice Specialist. Are you not Auntie's Choice? Are you Spacer's Choice? I thought Spacer's Choice didn't exist anymore.
Working hard or hardly working?
Huh.
That's
I don't know how much of the boat remains. You're like... Yeah, for sure. It's not, like, enormous, but it's not a small section, so that's completely fair. I definitely, remember feeling the same way you did when I got to the boat. I was like, oh, we're Mia now, and we're just doing this, I guess. Okay. Hi. Who are you people?
Yes? The whole reason we set up here is to avoid customers. Is there something you need?
Maybe. What is all this?
See that repackaging facility down there? We're supposed to be working it, slaving away for a few meager bits.
Right, call out there. Yeah, it can be a pretty lengthy place.
They work us like sissy pigs. Charge us for the stims we need to yoke those hours.
Oh.
And don't let us relieve ourselves but in empty
Well,
fizzy tea bottles we keep beneath our stations. So, we're making trouble until that changes.
We're busy dealing with a workers' strike here.
Until the privy is left open all day.
That's terrible. I can't imagine suffering through that.
Gotta say, I'm glad to hear you are, at least in spirit, aligned with our plight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You don't want to talk? Alright. Yeah, it's been the last few days. Just kind of a cold. Alright, what's going on here, people?
That's right, folks. Keep it chanting.
With no rest and no
downtime,
we shouldn't pay for a drinking time.
Miserable.
Hi, who are you?
Disgruntled worker. Can't say I
It's that time of the year, though, you know? The colds go around. But I hope you have a good stream, and I hope you are having a good Tuesday. And if you need to rest, eat, sleep, do whatever, raid and run, I appreciate you. And I totally understand if you want to go do some stuff. I'm here to talk to the overseer.
Spiteful little cur. She's up in her office imagining.
Thank you. I appreciate you. We're doing okay.
But you're gonna need to find a different way in. She's locked the doors to keep us out. Honestly, we just
Hi, Morbid.
Eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a
How are you today?
Schedule.
Working, of course.
Damn overseer. I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs.
Well, I've been sent to help, so I'm going to head inside and see if I can get this resolved.
I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor.
Yeah, we'll find a way. We know there's a way in up here. I already saw it.
Others get the exact same thing.
Venting frustrations don't normally involve, you know, an actual vent.
Okay. Factory. Sealed. Morbid, you seem to be making very good progress in Breath of the Wild. It seemed like not that long ago you were just starting the game, and then I was watching you like the other night, last night, I don't remember, and you already had like 2 or 3 of the beasts done. I was like, whoa, you're moving along. Maybe my sense of time is bad, but because that would very much be the case. This packaging stamper appears to be jammed. I don't have either of those traits. We can do this. Lockpick 2. Hi, Brian. How are you doing? You're working right now. You're on your lunch break. Nice. Hopefully you're having a good lunch. Trauma kit. Yay. I feel like I have so many trauma kits now. I don't really need them, but whatever. Stabilizing matrix. Bypass shunt. What's going on here? Messages. What do you mean they stopped working? Is it a kit to cause trauma or recover from it? I think it could probably be used in both cases. Relabelization Overseer Griggs. I was confused and alarmed to receive your message. What do you mean they stopped working? Have they been injured? Has the plant lost power? Are you out of inventory? Did Gorvids rip up everyone's arms? Nor do I understand what picket signs and a, quote, leader has to do with any of this. Please explain in detail. Oh my god. Overseer Griggs, nowhere in the illustrious history of Auntie's choice has work at one of Auntie's plants ever ground to a halt for this long. Even the outbreak of necrotic crabble cankers at our immunosol factory only slowed production for 2 shifts a day. Get this juvenile uprising sorted before it matures into a rebellion immediately. Griggs, your general ineptitude and notable failure to get your workers back on task has been noted in your file. Were I you, I'd expect disciplinary actions. In the meantime, we're sending a Disruption Ameliorator to untangle your bungling. Pray they can sort it out, or your next assignment transfer will make you wish you only had the cankers again. Oh my goodness. Overseer's logs. I've lost my connection. Putterwall, my guy in habitually honest appropriations, has apparently conked it. That selfish bastard probably didn't give 2 thoughts for the terrible position that leaves me in. Somehow I need to have that stuff shipped here without it being on Auntie's books. I guess I'm going to have to make that trip to the claim and try to meet some of the right people. Maybe I can find him in the bottom runger. Why aren't these sad sacks using more? My vending machine profits from Adrenatime. Blackmail material, nice. My vending machine profits from Adrenatime aren't what they should be. My gut thinks whatever they're putting in the mix to try to keep people from going all scrappy is also making the effects last longer, and that's no good for my bottom line. Gotta put on some airs. The claim is sending some specialists to get these ingrates back to work. I can't give them a chance to figure out what's going on. If they kill my grifting, I'll never retire. My best bet is to play like an executive and make it seem like Auntie and I are thick as Borscht and baked beans. If I can intimidate them enough, they won't look at anything too closely.
Avoid the strike. They should be after blood.
Alright, well, we got some good blackmail material on this overseer. Let's negotiate.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the Disruption Ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule, and is making me look quite the fool.
Something tells me you already looked like that before you were behind schedule.
Unsophisticated, impertinent, dim-witted. You'll fit right in with my peons. So, maybe it'll make sense to you when they babble about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here, we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to.
They're damn lucky to be able to dedicate their lives.
Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited station within the meritocracy that Auntie has derived for us. Why? Can you imagine suffering under the yoke of a sovereign's rule? Or floundering at the ridiculous direction of those claiming to know the future by way of math? No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication, they may even earn some modicum of the success I have enjoyed.
That's horrifying. How do I fit into all this?
You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear?
Don't have to negotiate. What's clear is that it was actual Auntie's Choice executives that sent me here.
Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This
Game orders on the 11th? Yeah.
Dated items with new Auntie's Choice
it's going to be interesting.
trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work.
How do I solve the striking work
My
problem?
workers are striking people now? How very alarming.
Oh my god. She doesn't know what a strike is.
Before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer. Dumbly? Dunbar. It's Dunbar.
If you don't know the name, you have this small of a crew and you don't know their
If
names.
I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily
Have we
involves
seen Crash
learning the
Team
names
Racing
and
Euro
faces
Fueled
of my
2?
peons.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what new games get previewed there. So their only value is to make you
Their
look good.
value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished.
Thanks for reminding me why the Earth Director needs to keep corporations
Well,
in check.
that's all fine and good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to. And right now, her need is you convince Dumbly Dunbar to get back to work. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear?
So you're offering them nothing. That makes my job exceedingly difficult.
Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
No more peeing in bottles and cans. Yeah, seems like their main demand is they want bathrooms.
Heads up! Make some space! We've got a sanctioned non-employee professional caller coming out! We don't want to make demands!
Alright, hi Dunbar.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business.
Okay, let's see. Your business is why I'm here. Auntie's choice sent me to help settle your complaints.
Settle my complaints? How exactly you planning that?
I try to mediate a middle ground. What exactly are your grievances?
Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is poor labor retention techniques.
I see why you need help.
What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that.
So your complaints are that you're being undervalued, unsupported, and mistreated.
Right. Exactly. The conditions under which Auntie extracts our labor is, unacceptable. They're egregious, even.
They work 20-hour shifts, which requires stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily
he's
duties.
Spacer's choice. Interesting. How hard it is for them. You don't work here.
No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right.
And
Leo
he's
has been
Auntie's
an
choice.
absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be
So it seems like there's
toiling
a contingent of Spacer's choice
Under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous
loyalists who are trying to cause turmoil within Auntie's choice. And what's in it for you, Leo?
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work. Right?
That's right, and what is it going to
Our
take?
shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're non-nickelpads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious if I want to keep the conversation going, though. Keep complaining. I'll say this one. Keep complaining and you'll end up with no pay, no benefits, and 0 hour workday.
Yeah, well, of course you're gonna find it all ridiculous. You only care about what's best for Auntie. But there are demands all the same. Take them to Griggs.
Okay.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return?
Heard the workers demand. I think we can get them back to work.
What are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays?
8-hour workdays. They want their shifts shortened. They're demanding 12-hour workdays.
12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud.
That's fair, we need to give them something.
A lunch break, you say? I suppose that might be a compromise I could make. It would still be a black eye on my sterling reputation, but at least it would get them back to work. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want?
Asking for the Adrena time they take during the day to be free.
Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy.
Okay, good. We have blackmail material on them. It also breaks when your personal greed interferes with Auntie's bottom line, Overseer.
What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing.
I know you've been personally profiting off the forced Adrena time sales.
What? No, I would never. That's slander and or libel. And you can't prove a thing.
I have the files proven I can deliver them to Auntie herself.
Whoa, let's not get too hasty here. What do you want from me?
The workers get the Adrena time for free and I get a fistful of bits.
Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time and you'll get all the bits I got on me. Is there more they ask?
Very important that the bathrooms are left unlocked at all times.
They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans.
Do I want to do... Do you actually believe they hold it all day long? If they have to go, they're going somewhere.
Somewhere? That... Oh, that actually explains the odor in storage room 3.
Hi, Studs. How are you? It's Frog Blender. Yes. You missed the raid?
I'll get the door
it happens.
Immediately.
How are you doing?
And cleaning crews dispatched. What more do they want?
It's everything. I'll take your responses to their leader and see what I can do.
Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
Okay. Alright, let's see. That bad mom's got a doctor's rotation. You're waiting. You got it. Hopefully everything's going well, though. Everything's fine.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations?
Yes, I do. I negotiated terms for your bathroom
That's
access.
as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason?
It's a struggle, but she's convinced they should be free to use it anytime.
I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation?
I spoke to her about the Adrena
She
time.
willing to see reason?
Yeah, she's not too happy about it. She is. I convinced her they should be free.
Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next?
Let's discuss your working
Excellent.
hours.
What progress have you made?
I was able to negotiate a paid lunch break.
I suppose it's better than nothing. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work
Supposed
with
to be an
vigor
office lunch in a
rather
few
than
minutes. You're
dread.
about to score some free food. Yay, free food!
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm gonna
Yeah.
afford my hair cream now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying?
Yeah, he's Spacer's choice. He's
Sometimes
trying to
you
stir
talk
up
so long,
trouble.
it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all. It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
I suppose that would be well enough. But this negotiation would have been much more succinct if one party had simply inflicted grievous bodily harm upon the other.
Yes, that would have been more succinct. Curious if that Spacer's Choice guy is still around. That was an interesting development. I didn't expect to see anybody labeled Spacer's Choice. Okay, we can't talk to him.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work. Our
Oh, so we're getting a level up.
Disruption
Nice.
Ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Level up. Alright. Very sneaky. Lockpick 7. Let's see, we're at lockpick 5. We could do this. Lockpick 7. That's just bits. Oh well. Whatever, that's fine. Level up though. And we're level 20, so we got a ton of money there. Alright, perks. Alright, what do we want here? Intimidator, palm greaser, lower bribe costs, bullet shield ninja. Bring these. Trick shot. Weak spot kills ricochet, dealing damage to a second nearby target. I do like that one. Deep drums. Machine gun, special weapons, and assault rifles slowly reload automatically. And just 50% increased magazine size. That's pretty good. Restricted access, automatic jammer. Pickpocket. Through the keyhole. More vulnerable applied when dealing corrosion damage. We can temporarily tame creatures. Survivalist. Halo Overlord, we don't want to do... I do like this one. Gives us higher damage, armor, evasion, and movement speed. Face reader, huh? Alright, let's do the inhaler overload. Okay, and then companions. Niles, we can add a perk. Self-repairing armor mod. Gain the ability to craft self-repairing armor mods at workbenches. When slotted into your armor, they gain a bonus to your armor's defenses, which can break after taking moderate damage. After a short period of not taking any damage, the armor repairs itself. Grants a single copy of the mod. Okay, so that's interesting. Ghost Array mod. Gain the ability to craft a Ghost Array mod. When applied to a helmet and you drop half health, you gain camouflage. This makes it difficult for enemies to target you and causes your armored attacks to deal sneak attack damage. Ooh, self-repairing or ghost? Do self-repairing. And then Tristan. Aggressive challenge. Enemies taunted by Tristan's companion ability are goaded. Instead, goaded enemies do not use cover and take additional damage, or frenzied charge. After using his companion ability, Tristan is frenzied for a duration. Bonus melee damage, attacks more often, and moves faster. We'll do that. Okay. Negotiation successful. There's a big facility here, but we don't have anything to do there in particular. So maybe we... kind of go back. Yeah, it must be that facility over there. And I'm sure there will be something to do there eventually. I'm still going to go to it just to get a fast travel point for it, potentially. See what it is. Antibiotics. Do love antibiotics.
Seems the invaders seek to keep us out. And if they want us out, I
Auntie's Choice Chemical Factory, huh?
Looks like we're about to have company of the unwanted kind.
Let me see who you are.
5 seconds to make plain your intent before I let my boys here pitch some swill at you.
Speech 17. Or respected reputation. Yeah, so I'm just exploring.
4.
I wouldn't recommend killing me. It results in an awful lot of paperwork.
Yeah, it will. 3.
Message received. I'll be going now. Got it. Got a restricted zone down here. So either there will be a main quest here at some point, or this is just an optional faction area. Seems big enough that there should be a main quest at some point. Excuse me. Okay. Well, we have it on our map now. Excuse me again. I don't think we've been up here yet. Yeah. I love that the Auntie's Choice, you know, woman at the facility didn't realize that when you were like, yeah, hey, they need to go to the bathroom somewhere. General stuff. I reviewed her weekly briefings and reduced them to the following. 1. Blockade issues. I've been informed we are to wait for a demand journal unit before proceeding. At every opportunity, ensure they know any success was all part of my master strategy. 2. Project Softboiled. Get the Gorvid researcher and the additional personnel they requested, but make it clear I want results. 3. Bug retrieval. Find those idiotic Mantic wasps before they get themselves fried. 4. Tunnel cancellation. Create a journalist alert. Point out bits saved by cancellation. Add live saved at the end in case they want to feel good about want it to feel good to civilians. Remember, when I get promoted off this unlivable at Death Sphere, I will take the best of my staff with me. Commander Purcell. See if we can find this guy. Corporate liaison. Local bounties. Wanted the Mad Queen. Damage to company property. Repeated destruction of company personnel. Near the chemical factory where she's begun to nest. So, a new Raptor labeled the Mad Queen. Okay. Oh, right here. Commander Purcell, hi.
What have we here? You're definitely not a member of my battalion. You best be here on business. My time is valuable.
No report, but can you give me any information on the Protector blockade?
We were working on getting around it by tunneling through a mountain. Unfortunately, work is ground to a halt, extending my deployment on this void-forsaken dirtball.
Sounds like something is bothering you.
Of course not. No, I'm not gonna dig into this right now.
Fair enough, back to the topic at hand. Why did you stop digging?
Our equipment detected some kind of anomaly, mostly vibrations. Until we know what it is, I ordered to stop. Causing a cave-in gains us nothing.
Let's use the tunnel, seems like a lot of work.
But they have no defenses on that side. Why would you defend the side of an unclimbable mountain range? We could catch them off guard and put an early end to this campaign.
On the way into the western side of Praetor. Investigate the strange tunnel readings. Alright, let's look at this cave. I wonder if it's up here. No, this is just a little thingy. Lockpick 11. There's no cave here. Alright, through the camp like a normal person. Alright, let's take a quick pause right here. When we come back, we'll do this cave in this area, and then we'll explore the other side. Alright. Let's go check out this Raptidon cave. And then see strange tunnel readings that way, huh? Guys, there's the road back that way. Ah.
I shall reduce them to a slurry. Ready to wait. For your command. Assist me, will you? I guess with the estate on you, that's the one you need to worry about. You lot could hit the broadside of a freighter. Help me out!
Nice. Drug addiction. Using it so much you become reliant. Individual uses are no longer as potent, but you've built up a tolerance from overuse. So slightly less health, but less toxicity. But much less toxicity. So we can use it more often. I think that's actually worth. Because we don't need, you know, we've got a ton of charges. Actually having the health be a little bit lower, not that big a deal. If we can reliably, you know, use more of them. We've got 26 heals, you know? Ferrochromium. Alright, Mad Queen dispatched. Alright, let's look up here, see if we can figure out what's going on with these readings in the tunnel. Alright, what's going on over here? Also, like a drilling machine over here. Necklace. See the ferrochromium over here. Okay, let's go into this tunnel. Body over here. Auntie Fizzo's citrus-related beverage. Looks like she might have taken over Rizzo's too.
There's a new face. Any chance you've brung news from the commander? Can't restart the dig without his permission. And the clock's ticking on my getting that early completion bonus.
Talk to you about any idea what the strange vibrations could be.
It's a puzzler, that's for sure. More likely than not, some kind of old protectorate infrastructure. Maybe sewage or a conveyor. Messy, but mostly harmless. Worst case, it's a Zeranium gas pipe, and further drilling will kill everyone here in seconds. It'd be hard to collect bits for making a tunnel with no workers to dig it first.
Makes a lot of sense. Better safe than sorry.
Agreed. Wouldn't want to miss that juicy bonus.
Seems like you're in a difficult spot. Anything I can do to help?
Unless your lamps can see through solid rock and figure out what's on the far side. Goodbye, early completion bonus.
Farewell. Well, let's take a look.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Oh. Yeah, there's literal soldiers on the other side of this.
You back to see more of the tunnel? I'll save you the trip.
Actually, I scanned the wall for you. There's protectorate troops on the other side.
Pardon me, but you what? You just have a magic little device in your pocket that lets you detect enemy troops through 2 feet of solid rock?
Yes.
Well, ain't that something? Wait, that means they already dug half the tunnel for me. That bonus is still in reach. That don't change me needing to get the commander's go-ahead to restart the digging. What say you run yourself back to the base and get me the okay? Just down the road. Can't miss it.
So they're digging a tunnel through the other way, huh? Interesting. I do like the landscape here. All right, let's see here. Terminal. Turn in a completed bounty. Mad Queen's bounty.
I assume you've got something important to discuss.
Yep,
or
we
a
do.
report to give. I don't have time to waste on idle jawing.
Turns out the strange units on the far side of the tunnel are Protectorate forces.
Forgive my incredulity, but how did you get that information?
I have a scanning device that let me spot them through the wall.
Quite a useful bit of technology. Our engineers determined this was the most geologically stable place to tunnel. The Protectorate likely did the same. It even stopped drilling for the same reason we did. I'll send orders to resume drilling immediately. We'll take them by surprise. Send them running, and I'll be one step closer to getting off this dirtball.
Lovely. Hi, Firelina, how are you? Okay, cool. Let's head up and do some of this part of the map here. Curious about where they want us to realign the towels. Are they on the map? Not really, huh?